Hey guys, I'm back again for another review. What is it now? My fourth one of the day, is it? Let's see. Night of the Demons, House and Sorry Row, and Funhouse. So yeah, it's my fourth one today. Um, so basically, the next film I watched was a John Carpenter film, and I like John Carpenter films. Halloween, The Thing, Prince of Darkness, which I've got to watch at some point. And there's some others which I just can't remember at the minute, to be fair. Body bags. So, I'm a big fan of John Carpenter. I like his stuff. I'm not a big fan, but I like his stuff. Probably a lot more than I like most. So, the film I watched basically has a wrestler in it, Roddy Rowdy Piper. It has a guy in it I've seen countless movies, which I'm going to name him in a minute, well, because I don't know what his name is. It's got aliens in it. And to be honest with you, it didn't seem like a horror movie to me, even though it's categorized as a horror movie. Well read. I would say it's more of an action sci-fi kind of thing, with the odd horror element. And that film is They Live. Before I watched this, I'd never seen it before. And look at that, we'll get close because the screen, there we go. I'd never seen it before, and to be honest with you, I don't know why, because Roddy Roddy Piper makes a great lead action star. I don't know why he wasn't in more movies. And another question is, why wasn't he the WWE champion at one point? He wasn't. I know he got the Intercontinental Championship, but I think that's the furthest he got in WWE, which is a shame because he was not only a leading man, but he was a great wrestler. Anyway, so I put it on, and at first I was like, what's going on here? Because I put it on, and basically he's walking in town as a drifter kind of thing. And he's a drifter, isn't it? So basically it says here, our master John Carpenter directs this heart-pounding thriller in which aliens are systematically gaining control of the Earth by masquerading as humans and lulling the public into submission. Humanity's last chance lies with a lone drifter, stumbles upon a harrowing discovery, a unique pair of glasses that reveals the terrifying deadly truth. Now, when I put this on, I did think it was a horror movie. And when I looked it up, it said it was, but it's a thriller. But I'm going to put it in the horror section anyway because that's what I watched it as. To start off with the disc. The disc is from Shout Factory, the slip cover, and then you've got the alternate cover there. It's a one disc Blu-ray with the alternate cover inside, which is the same as the slip cover. And the special features on it are an audio commentary of director John Carpenter and actor Roddy Piper. New interview of director John Carpenter, making of They Live, a theatrical trailer, and a TV spot, and more. So, the movie starts, and he's a drifter, and he's lost his job or something, and he ends up working on this construction site with, what's his name? Keith David, that's it. Why didn't I name the people? Roddy Piper, Keith David, Meg Foster, and it was written by Frank Armitage and it's directed by John Carpenter. So anyway, he's working on a construction site for like a day, and Keith David says to him, "Hey, baby, you got somewhere to stay?" And he basically says, "I don't need any help," and he follows Keith David basically. So Roddy Piper follows Keith David, and it looks like some sort of homeless shelter kind of place where they're sleeping outside. And then there's these people that are working on a rebellion, and you're sitting there thinking, a rebellion? Especially if you've never seen the film or didn't read the back. So, Haig stumbles across it, and he acts like he had nothing to do with it. Then all of a sudden, the police come and raid the place, start shooting everybody and killing everybody. So they go on the run, and all these people running off. And somehow he went back. Roddy Piper went back. His name in the film is called Nanda. And he goes back and basically gets this box full of sunglasses. And he looks at them and he's like, oh, fuck. Because he doesn't think they're anything special. Just sunglasses. So he puts them in the dustbin. And puts them, like the bottom of the dustbin. And he takes a pair because he forgot to put them in. And he decides to put them on while he's walking down the street. And all of a sudden he looks up and the sign says something completely different. Like, obey. and the screen goes black and white when he puts the glasses on, which is a real cool effect, I thought, especially on the Blu-ray. It looks better. And when he takes it off, he sees the sign as a normal sign again about computers. And then he puts it back on. It's like, bloody hell, what's going on? I can't believe this. My head must be tripping. So he keeps doing it for a couple of times. Then he wears them. He looks, and on this magazine stand where the bloke's selling the magazines, basically, it says obey, sleep 8 hours, work 8 hours, you know, and all that stuff. Basically, have no free will. And then he takes them off, and it's just a normal magazine. And to be honest with you, on that section, I just thought it was quite clever because when you think about it, in the world, a lot of people say we are controlled by things like the internet, TV, radio, subliminal messages. And in a way, that's kind of what it was like in the film. But the sunglasses could see that. So it's an interesting subject used for a different kind of thing back in '88. It is '88, isn't it? Yeah, back in 1988. So it was interesting. So then he takes them on, he puts them on again, and he sees this bloke who looks like, when he puts them on, he's like a skeleton with bug eyes. And he's like, what the hell? Right? And basically what it is, it's aliens basically living among us. And apparently the story is about them taking over the world and all this. But to me, they didn't seem that violent because they were working with people and stuff. Maybe it was that they get violent when when they get exactly what they want properly, you know? Once everybody's on side and they've got the rebellions, maybe then they're going to do something to us. I've no idea because it never got to that point. And so then there's a point where, if I'm correct, oh, that's right. Then the police turn up, 2 policemen turn up, and they're both aliens, and they go, oh, now you know the truth or something. Maybe we can work out. And they threaten to shoot him. He beats them up and shoots them and kills them. And then he runs into a bank and starts saying, there's 2 things I like to do. I like to chew bubble gum and kick ass or something. He says, and I've run out of chewing gum. So shooting the place up. And then he runs out, and it kind of reminded me of a video game sequence. And then he gets in a car with Holly, who's probably one of the ugliest women I've ever seen. People who love her, I apologise, but she just was horrid to look at. And he gets her to take her back to back to hers, sorry. He gets her to take her back to hers. And at some point, she hits him over the head with a bottle. He goes flying out the window and down the thing. And I thought to myself, anyone who did this would die or be seriously injured. No, not Roddy Piper. Another scene that reminded me of a video game because he goes flying out the window. He gets hit with a bottle over the head. He goes flying. It's like, what the hell? Because this woman wasn't an alien or anything. It's like, boom. And then basically she keeps the glasses. And you don't see her again for a long time. And then basically tries to convince his friend, Keith David. Now, I have to admit, this was my favourite scene when they're having this, like, Backstreet Ball kind of thing. That was my favourite scene because it was so well timed and choreographed. I said that wrong. But anyway, the choreography on it was fantastic. And I really enjoyed it because it was really realistic and really brutal. And they just both didn't want to give up. Well, eventually, Roddy Piper wins and he puts the glasses on Keith David. It's Keith David. I keep worrying. Yeah, I keep worrying I'm going to say it wrong. And basically, he puts them on Keith David. Keith David goes, oh, and he sees the truth. So then they kind of go on a rampage together, and then they find this place where the rebellion base basically went back. So, and it's not like rampage. They shoot a few people. No, actually, they don't. They see the rebellion people, and then they go in, and then they end up at this meeting, which is absolute rubbish. It's like going to any meeting you go to. Boring as hell. And the police storm it again and kill most of the people. And Keith David and Roddy Piper both run down this alleyway and they just watch. Where somebody said, if you can figure out the frequency of it, you can open up a portal or something. Well, Keith David's character, Frank, throws it at the floor and it opens this hole like an emergency thing. So they both jump through it and end up in this tunnel area. And I'm saying the whole film. I can't believe this. I'm saying most of the film. And so they find this rich area where the where the people who sold their souls basically became rich. And they meet someone they met earlier in the film, and to be honest with you, I could not remember what it was from, but it was somebody who they thought sold out basically. And they go with him, and he shows them that they get in these portals like Star Trek and go flying to different places, like, you know. And then he shows them the TV station. They basically shoot two guards, and he vanishes, never to be seen again. And basically, they try and get up to the station because the signal is what it's all about. The reason we can't see that they're aliens is because the signal prevents us from seeing it. So they want to destroy the signal. Well, I won't say the ending, but this bit is what got me. The PKE meters that the guards had, they had PKE meters from bloody Ghostbusters. And instead of going for ghosts, it was going for humans, which I thought was hysterically funny. I rewinded it like a few times to laugh. So anyway, since I've sold a lot more of the film than I probably should have, I'm going to say what my thoughts are. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was quite good. I thought it was quite action-packed. To be honest, it was an action film in my view. And it was thought-provoking too. Like I said before, about how people say every day we're brainwashed. Every day there's things around us that simply are messages, whether they're magazines, TV, radio, computers. Even the things we just do normally. Are we programmed to do that, or is it just our own free will? And that's a big, big step, you know. And that's something that came in the movie, which I thought was a real subject, which was good because they used aliens for it, and it kind of really proved a lot. You know, makes you think about it. Roddy Piper is a great leading actor. I know he was a lead in I think it was like 4 or 5 other films. Hell Comes to Fogtown, I think was one, and then there was a couple of Billy Blanks. I think one's Eagle something. I don't know. Anyway, I could have looked it up before him, but I didn't want to. So, Keith David was always good. He's been in quite a lot of films. I mean, he was in, just from naming, he was in Marked for Death with Steven Seagal, Agent Cody Banks with Frankie Muniz. That's not a great film, but a couple of films he's been in a lot that I've seen. There's been some TV series as well. The woman who played Holly, Meg Foster, one of the ugliest women I've ever seen. There could have been a lot better looking actress in the role, and in the end, she turns out to be a real bitch anyway. So I'm glad about that, and I'm glad she got what she deserved. The aliens, they didn't look that great to me. They looked a bit cheap and tacky. To be honest, they were fantastic for 80's. I won't take that away, but I feel like the aliens could have turned into something more different than what they were, because they looked like skeleton people with bug eyes basically. But to be fair, I guess I would kind of make them like people because the skin would be easy to kind of hide their face because they're naturally that way. But I mean, this is a picture of one right there. Can you see it? Right there? That's not really a good picture. But I've got such itchy nose. And I did think it was good. I enjoyed the movie. I have to admit, I enjoyed it. I expected a horror movie. It wasn't a horror movie, which kind of disappointed me because I expected a horror movie. It's got horror elements in it. It's going to continue going in my series, which if people don't like, I guess they'll have to deal with it. But from there on, I'm going to be more careful about the whole horror-like movies. I'm looking forward to trying Hell Goes to Fogtown. I'm sure that's horror. And I'm looking forward to looking at more Roddy Piper stuff because I've seen a couple of things, but I've never really seen him in like a big budget role kind of thing. John Carpenter is a fantastic director. The directing of the movie is great. There's some weirdness in it, but that's John Carpenter for you. Highly recommend giving it a go. Forgot one of the biggest elements: the sunglasses. When you watch when he tries to convince Keith David to wear the sunglasses, it's one of the most funniest scenes ever because I don't think anyone would believe that you can see aliens with, sunglasses. So I really, really like that scene, and I really like that people didn't believe him and they thought it was stupid, because I think any one of us would. We won't go, you can see aliens with sunglasses. Yeah, come on, mate. And we walk off, So that was great. And it was a really cool kind of thing where they did a black and white screen to the colour. Like when they've got the glasses on, it's black and white. So I kind of really like that. I thought it was excellent. The ending I found to be a little bit sour, but I was kind of glad that it ended the way it did because it was something that could have only ended that kind of way. So that wasn't too bad. I would give it a 3.5. I'll definitely say give it a watch. It's a fun movie. It's one of those movies that you'll like if you love the 80's. If you didn't, you'll probably enjoy it still because, it's just a great movie. So, I kind of wish Roddy Roddy Piper had a bigger career and become WWE champion. But, we can't all get what we want. So please, if you haven't seen it, give it a go. It's a fairly good movie. Very fun, great director, great action star. And it's supposed to be an all-round fun movie. Watch it with your family, watch it on your own, watch it whatever. It's one of those movies you can watch anywhere, anytime. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the movie. And take care. So take care, guys. Bye.